This is Weekly Reviews here with Gamer Fusion, and today guys we're going to be checking out a game called Wickland, which is a beta-based game that follows in the suit of games like Quake, Doom, and Unreal Tournament. So guys, let's go ahead and jump into the game now. I'm going to be showing two parts of this game. The first one, of course, is just the demonstration portion of the game on how to get started and everything, and showing the variety of different characters. So this is going to be about a 5, maybe 6 minute video. And of course, if you guys want to try out the game for yourself, in the description below I will be putting a link for you to download the beta version for yourself to try out. Now it also comes with a way for you to be able to gain a couple friends on the servers. There are 4 servers opened, 2 European and 2 North American ones. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. So we're going to be going to the IXI jail, and let's start. So of course, whenever you first start up the game, this is exactly how it's going to start off. You will be having a knight as your character first. So let's go over to this first portion right here, where we unlock our first character, which is the IXI. Now, the IXI basically uses projectiles for his attacks. Now, before we go into the actual attacks, though, I should be talking about the controls. So let's get to the controls first. So, of course, using W, A, S, and D to move your character around. The control your camera is for your mouse, of course. Just move it any way you want to. And let's go ahead and grab some weapons, and let's go ahead and start. Now, of course, again, this is not a deathmatch portion. This is just the practice mode. So, eventually, whenever we start the next video, though, we will be heading into the actual game to be able to show off more of what is so cool about the game. So, if you've never played any of the kind of games like Unreal Tournament or Doom or Quake, they're very good games. They're very, very competitive games, though. So, if you're one that's not for very, very extremely competitive games, I would stay clear away from them. But if you are one that likes to go around and play awesome games like this, I would definitely recommend it for anybody who is looking for a good game, especially when you're being able to play the beta game right now for free. So let's go ahead and see if I can find another character. There we go. Alright, so we're going to use the variety of characters that we have right now and show off all their different techniques. So we have first the Neymar, which is basically like a reptile sneaking type character. Now the way with his attacks, he has 2 different types of attacks. He has his melee attacks, and then of course he has a cloaking attack. Now while you're moving, you can be able to actually sneak up on people and be able to melee them from behind, which is a very cool technique, but it kinda at times drives me nuts because of how fast your energy just is gone. Like, I mean, as soon as it's gone, you have to go and replenish all your items again and restart over. Now, let's go over to the next one, which is the Ursus. Or, excuse me, the Ursus. The Ursus kind of reminds me of basically a gorilla mixed with a mutant. And it's really weird how they made this one. So, he has basically like a catapult into his arms. Or more like a scatter catapult. But he uses both arms to be able to blow up basically his attack. Now he can use, of course, a melee attack as well. If you hold down the button, he'll do it with both hands. Next we have the Didrik, which is basically like a werewolf. Now he uses a grenade-based projectile, so you can throw all these and use them. Now the thing though is you have to be very careful within the range, because if you're in range, you will get hurt by these. Like, let me try to. There we go. You actually you will get hurt by those, so you want to make sure that you find health when you're trying to use those, but try to be wary too about using them too much, because yeah, you need to be real careful with that. Next we have the Ram Skull, which I'm sure a bunch of people will probably be using this because people apparently love goats now, apparently more than ever. I mean, seriously, there's more goat games than I've ever seen in my life on video game servers now. So basically the Ram Skull uses a projectile which basically will engulf the person in flames that ever gets hit by this skull. Now also, of course, he has a melee attack as well. And then finally, the last one we'll be showing off is the Taz. Now the Taz reminds me basically of a giant fish, which basically can shoot electricity. Now, of course, his electricity it does a fair amount of damage, but it also really drains quickly your energy, so you have to make sure that you find as much energy as possible. And of course, I almost forgot that you can find springs. Now, as you go through the game, you'll find armors, potions, and everything to be able to help you out. Now, in the next video, guys, that we're going to show off, we'll go ahead and do a small death match with about 2 or 3 of my subscribers, or at least whoever show up, and we will go ahead and show off the game some more. So, until then, guys, thank you for watching, and I do hope that you will possibly try out this game, at least the demo in the beta format that it's in, of Wickland. So, thank you very much to MadRam for let us have access to the beta version and to show it off. So, thank you again, guys, for watching. This has been Weekly Reviews with Gamer Fusion, telling you that Gamer Fusion empowers your gaming. Take care, guys.